In their victory over the 49ers, the Vikings demonstrated early signs of being a genuine playoff contender. While their win against the Giants in the season opener was impressive, this latest performance carries even more significance. The Vikings delivered a wire-to-wire victory over one of the NFL's top teams, showing to the rest of the league that this Minnesota squad is a force to be reckoned with. Kevin O'Connell and the Vikings have always believed in the potential of their roster. They disregarded the low preseason win total projections, dismissive national ranking, and doubts following Kirk Cousins' departure. Instead, they focused on their own belief in the team's capabilities. Starting the season 2-0, the Vikings are proving where their confidence comes from. After opting not to match the Falcons' high bid for Cousins in March, they signed Sam Darnold as a bridge to their rookie quarterback. With J.J. McCarthy out for the season, Darnold is now leading the way. Through 2 weeks, Darnold has shown the promise the Vikings saw when they brought him in, including 2 touchdown passes on Sunday, one of which was a 97-yarder to Justin Jefferson. Despite throwing a pick, Darnold has appeared confident and effective in O'Connell's complex offense. Darnold's performance is helped by playing alongside Jefferson, who continues to prove himself as the top wide receiver in the league. The offense, under O'Connell's guidance, with Jefferson in a solid offensive line, has provided the ideal setting for Darnold's success. Kevin O'Connell and defensive coordinator Brian Flores deserve recognition for their exceptional coaching. Flores' defense has made crucial plays for 2 weeks running, contributing to the Vikings' undefeated start. Despite the 49ers' effective offensive play, the Vikings' defense forced 2 turnovers, recorded 5 sacks, and excelled in critical situations, holding San Francisco to poor 3rd and 4th down conversion rates. The Vikings' defense, rich in experience and depth, has been impressive. Pat Jones, in a contract year, has recorded 4 sacks in 2 games. Newcomers such as Blake Cashman, Andrew Van Ginkel, and Jonathan Grenard have seamlessly integrated into the defense, with notable contributions in tackles, sacks, and pass breakups. With a roster and coaching staff of this caliber, the Vikings should be considered a serious playoff contender in the NFC. Their win against the defending NFC champions, despite 2 red zone turnovers, highlights their strength. While the season is still young, it's time to start taking the Vikings seriously. Jefferson had a solid start to the season with 59 receiving yards and a touchdown in week 1 against the Giants, but he truly exploded in week 2, amassing 133 receiving yards and another touchdown in the Vikings' upset win over the 49ers. Such performances are what Minnesota anticipates from Jefferson regularly, and they can only hope that his recent injury doesn't sideline him for too long. Last year, Jefferson played only 10 games, tallying 1,074 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns. He missed several games due to a hamstring injury suffered in October. Blake Cashman delivered an outstanding performance in the Vikings' 23-17 victory over the 49ers on Sunday. He recorded 13 total tackles, sacked Brock Purdy once, and deflected 3 of his passes. Cashman's impact on the field went beyond the statistic. He seemed to be everywhere, disrupting plays in the backfield and covering receivers effectively. Safety Cam Bynum noted that Cashman's performance gave him more confidence in zone coverage, knowing Cashman would handle passes underneath. Edge rusher Jonathan Grenard praised Cashman as one of the best off-ball linebackers in the league, highlighting his athleticism, instincts, and versatility, traits the Vikings needed in free agency. This victory marked the 2nd consecutive season in which Brian Flores' defense outperformed Shanahan's offense. Last year, the Vikings held the 49ers to 17 points and made Purdy uncomfortable. While Minnesota finished the 2023 season ranked 11th in defensive DVOA, the addition of Flores to the staff has further elevated their performance. The Vikings quickly integrated their new additions, and even though their strong performance against the Browns in joint practices and a week 1 win against the Giants didn't turn heads, their shutdown of the 49ers should spark more recognition. Sam Darnold has started 58 games over 7 years with 4 different teams, with only the 2019 New York Jets managing to win more than 4 of those games. The 2024 Minnesota Vikings are already halfway to that mark. In their win over the 49ers, Darnold's impressive performance propelled the Vikings to their first 2-0 start since 2016. Darnold showcased his skills in the second quarter, connecting with star Justin Jefferson on a 97-yard touchdown pass, the longest NFL play since 2022. Despite finishing the game without Jefferson, who left in the second half with a quad injury, and Jordan Addison, who was ruled out before the game, Darnold led his team to victory. The win is a significant boost for the Vikings and crucial for their standing in the NFC. However, Jefferson's injury is a concern. Late in the 3rd quarter, Jefferson collided with 49ers linebacker Fred Warner and had to leave the field with the help of trainers. He was taken to the locker room after a visit to the medical tent. Kevin O'Connell described it as a quad contusion and said Jefferson will be evaluated day to day. Jefferson, who missed nearly half half of last season with a hamstring strain, had been focusing on injury prevention during the offseason. With upcoming games against the Packers, Texans, and New York Jets, and with Addison and TJ Hawkinson also sidelined with injuries, the Vikings will rely on Jalen Nailor, Brandon Powell, Trent Sherfield Sr., and Tristan Jackson. Darnold, who was a major question mark for the Vikings entering the season, has so far exceeded expectations. Despite his history with 3 teams and 2 primary starting roles, Darnold has thrived in his new environment. On Sunday, he completed 17 of 26 passes for 268 yards and 2 touchdowns with 1 interception. His most notable drive came in the fourth quarter, where he converted 3 crucial third downs without Jefferson, finding Powell and Nailor in critical moments. His comfort with both O'Connell's offense and the locker room, along with the guidance of quarterbacks coach Josh McCown, has been evident. The Vikings defense also played a key role in the victory, standing up to a formidable 49ers offense. The defensive effort, including contributions from guys like Blake Cashman, Patrick Jones, Harrison Phillips, Jonathan Bullard, they all had an instrumental role in this win. Defensive coordinator Brian Flores' strategy paid off as the defense limited the 49ers to 17 points, sacked Brock Purdy 5 times, and secured a crucial interception deep in San Francisco's territory. Sam Darnold was exceptional. Darnold is now 2-0 as the Vikings starting quarterback and delivering clutch throws when it matters most. If you had this scenario on your prediction list, you'd be surprised. Viking fans, get ready for an exciting season. Justin Jefferson made a huge impact before leaving with an injury late in the third quarter. He was assisted off the field by the training staff but remains hopeful about his recovery. Jefferson hit several career milestones, with his top highlight coming just after the Vikings defense held San Francisco on a crucial 4th and goal. Other notable contributions included Jalen Nailor securing a touchdown clinching block and catching a pass for the 2nd game in a row, fullback CJ Ham blocking a punt for the first time in his career, and Ty Chandler impressing with 82 yards on 10 carries, showcasing both agility and power. The offensive line kept Darnold protected, allowing him to complete 17 of 26 passes for 268 yards, while Darnold also ran for 32 yards, marking his 8th career game with over 30 rushing yards. The Vikings defense outperformed the 49ers, and the fans were electrified. Over the past 2 weeks, Sam Darnold has amassed 476 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions, completing 72% of his throws. More crucially, the 27-year-old quarterback has guided the Vikings to 2 victories. In their most recent game, Darnold completed 17 of 26 passes. The Vikings, that are now 2-0, also benefited from 3 field goals by rookie Will Richard in a strong rushing performance, totaling 146 yards and averaging 6.1 yards per attempt, their most productive ground game in nearly 3 years. The Vikings just put the entire league on notice after this game. They showed that Sam Darnold can lead this offense to win games, and this defense also showcased that their ability is top in the league. They had a lot of free agent additions this offseason, including Stephon Gilmore. I mean, this is a very solid defense. This whole team in general. JJ McCarthy is going to learn a ton from Sam Darnold this season, and even when he's going to go in the game and play, probably next season, he's going to be ready to take this team to the next level, as they already are going to the next level. This is a serious NFC contender, and they did put the entire league on notice, like I just said. Let me know down below what you thought of this game, and if you made it this far and you haven't already, make sure you go down below and you subscribe and you turn the notification bell on so you never miss a Vikings video or any video at all. Leave a like, I greatly do appreciate it as well, and I'll see y'all in the next one.